When my son was 7, he wanted to have this birthday party. And so he didn't want to just have like a regular birthday party. He wanted to have a theme party. Now, I don't know who came up with the idea of theme parties, because we didn't have them when I was a kid, right? The only theme we had to my birthday parties when I was a kid growing up was sprinkler in the backyard. That was it. We'd all go outside. My mom would turn on the sprinkler. We'd all run around the sprinkler. And then we'd come in, open gifts, eat cake. Day was done. But my son wants to have this SpongeBob SquarePants birthday party. That was going to be the theme. And so I'm kind of a little bit cheap. So I told my wife, I said, listen, we live here in California. I'm just going to zip over to Mexico real quick. I'll pick up a whole bunch of the SpongeBob SquarePantalones stuff. And then I'll come back over and we'll have the party. She's like, no. We're going to do this right. So we go out and we buy the plates, we buy the napkins, we buy the spoons, all this SpongeBob SquarePants stuff to have this theme party. So the day finally comes for my son's birthday and he's all excited and happy and kids are starting to show up. And what my wife did is she set up this table right by the front door. And so when kids would come over, what they would do is they would set their gifts on this table and then they would go outside and they'd play. So they're in the backyard, they're having a good time, they're playing video games, they're doing all this stuff. And then came the moment to open up gifts. What my wife did is she set this big chair in the middle of the living room, and all of my son's friends just kind of sat on the floor right at his feet. He was just like the little king of the day, you know. So my wife hands him the first birthday gift, and he tears it open, and it's a brand new video game. He holds it up, man, and all the kids are like, wow, that's so cool. He takes the next gift, opens it up, man, and it's this really cool Nerf gun. Holds it up. All the kids are like, whoa, that's so cool, you know. Every gift he opened up, all the kids were like, oh, and they kept getting better and better and better and better. Finally, all the gifts were done, and the only thing left on the table was this little card. And there was nothing special about it. It was from my mom. On the envelope, it said, to my favorite grandson. And so my son got up to run outside, and my wife, his mom, says, hey, you know what? Sit down and open up this card. So he's like, okay. He grabs his card, to my favorite grandson, sticks his finger through it, opens up this envelope, and on the cover, you know, it says it again, to my favorite grandson, all that. He's in a hurry to get out of there, so he takes his card, flips it open super fast, and you know what comes flying out? A brand new $20 bill. And this $20 bill goes sailing up in the air and it comes down in slow motion like that. And it's so funny because my son, I'm sure you've seen those slow motion scenes in movies before, those fighting scenes, because it kind of turns into that. My son turns into this slow motion fighter. All the kids are like diving for this brand new $20 bill. My son picks it up, and it's weird because I saw like this power come over him, and he's holding up this $20 bill, and he's like, I got a brand new $20 bill. And all the kids are like, whoa, you know. Now, I don't know if you remember the first time you got $20, right? I remember the first time I found $20 on the side of the road, and I'm walking and I saw this $20, and all those things come over you. I'm going to buy candy. I'm going to get a bicycle. I'm going to put a down payment on a house. Remember all that stuff, man, when you had $20 for the very first time? That was my son. My son had $20. And he started to sing that little song that kids always sing with the same little tune. I got $20. I got $20. And he's like so happy, you know. I love that little song. You know, when you got in trouble, I remember like my brothers would be like, we're going to tell mom, we're going to tell mom, right? I would love it if I got pulled over and a police officer came skipping up to my car and goes, I'm going to write you a ticket. I'm going to write you a ticket. I would look at that police officer straight in his face and say, you know what? I'm going to sign the bottom. I'm going to sign the bottom. You know, it's just a crazy little song. I don't know where I was going with that, but that's my $20 song. So my son has this $20. He sticks it in his little SpongeBob SquarePants wallet, closes it up, sticks in his pocket. He goes out and plays. That's Saturday. Sunday, my son, he goes, Dad, he says, will you take me to Walmart? I'm like, sure, son, let's go. So I take him to Walmart, and he's got his little SpongeBob SquarePants wallet, and he's walking through the aisles, and he's like, I'm going to buy that. I'm going to buy that. I'm going to buy that. Ooh, I can buy 2 of those, man. And he's totally excited, but he doesn't spend anything. That's Sunday. Monday, he goes, hey, will you take me to the dollar store? Now, I love the dollar store. I don't know about you, but I love it. How many people out there love the dollar store? Yeah, okay. You can walk in to the dollar store with $20 and you feel exactly like Donald Trump, right? Like, I can buy 20 of those. I can get 19 of those. I can get 15 of those. You just feel cool with $20 at the dollar store, right? So my son buys a little something. He takes his $20 bill, puts it on the counter, and he spends a little bit. Monday. Tuesday, he spends a little bit more. Wednesday, he spends a little bit more. Thursday, he spends a little bit more. Friday, I come home from work. I open up the front door and I holler, hey, let's all go to the movies. So my wife's like, yeah. My daughter's like, yeah. My son's like, yeah. Let me run and grab my wallet. So he runs into the bedroom. He comes out with his little SpongeBob SquarePants wallet. He cracks it open. What do you think's inside? About $1.30 and a moth, right? He looks at his little wallet. He looks all sad, and he sings that song, you know, I lost my $20. And I look at him and I'm like, son, what's wrong? He goes, Dad, where's my $20? And I said, son, you spent it on stuff. And he looks at his little wallet and he looks at me and he goes, Dad, what did I spend it on? And right there, man, I learned this life lesson. And what happens is I've seen so many people go through their life and they have this power. They have this $20 in their wallet, and they get to the end of their life and they open up their wallet and they go, where did my life go? What happened? How did I spend my life? I don't want to live my life that way, and I don't want you to live your life that way. I want you to get to the end of your life and open up your wallet and realize that it's fat. It's got a lot of memories. Man, I remember when I did this for this one person. I remember when I helped this one person out. I totally changed this person's life right here. So you know what? Live your life like that $20. Spend it wisely. So when you get to the end, you'll go, you know what? I spent my money the smart way.